minutes funnier.
Hi, I'm Jimmy England, and welcome back to 5 Minutes Funnier, the comedy how-to. Well, I'm guessing there's a possibility you may have been on stage by this time and you're trying out some material and you got something to work. Congratulations. Then you went to the next gig and it didn't work. It didn't work in the next gig, and it didn't work in the next gig, and it didn't work in the next gig. So what was wrong with those audiences? Actually, there was nothing wrong with the audience. You may be dealing with a niche joke. The place that you played it that first time, that loved it, may have been a niche audience. The point is, you've got to pay attention to who's laughing at your jokes. Take a look around the venue. Is this a sports crowd? Is this an older generation? Is it college kids? They all have different likes and dislikes when it comes to humor. And you just may have hit this niche audience. And it's really important that you learn that that joke has its place possibly. But do not become proficient in a joke that's rarely going to be laughed at. I see this all the time where comedians come in, they've got the joke, they've got to laugh with it once out in Oshawa, and they never give it up. And they're doing it 8, 10, 12, 15, even 20 times, and the best they ever get is a little laugh. If a joke isn't working, get rid of it. You can use it up to about 3 times. After 3 times, if you find you're still not getting the laugh, then either you must change the joke or drop the joke. There is no question that sometimes you have to become more proficient in your delivery. So a joke that doesn't work requires a little bit more time to develop the rhythms and whatnot that make the audience laugh. And rhythms, by the way, do have a place. I would recommend to you a George Plimpton show, I think it's on YouTube, called, he did it back in the 70s. Did you hear the one about? Now, it's got a lot of different comedians on there giving him advice on how to go out and be a comedian. But the one I want you to pay attention to is Phyllis Diller, of all people, because she talks about how a joke was written and went on stage and it didn't work. And it turned out to be a rhythm thing. And then she tells you the same joke again with the correct rhythm into it. And you can hear the difference. You can hear how one is going to be funnier than the other. It's just that simple. But don't go doing the same joke the same way over and over and over again and not getting a laugh or getting a small laugh, which really doesn't count. And I'm going to give you an example because I have run into that situation myself. So give a listen to this joke. Actually, I believe I am from the last generation to be told that if you masturbate, the ejaculation will cause you to grow hair on your hands, which is ridiculous. Because if that were true, there'd be a lot more bearded ladies in the audience tonight. I did that and got a pretty decent reaction on it for a long time. And then I started noticing that if there's a lot of women in the audience, they don't find it as funny as the men do. So now when I'm doing that, I'm cognizant of that. If I'm playing to a largely male audience, I may include it. If it's largely female, there's a good chance I won't use it because even though it gets a laugh, still, it's not that big laugh that I'm going for. It's something to think about when you're doing your comedy. I'm Jimmy England. Hope you enjoyed today's 5 Minutes Funnier, the comedy how-to, and you'll be around next time, which will be next week when we put out another episode of that which I've already told you. Stay funny, everybody.